Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Tony and I'm in China. Our time has arrived and we have to move out from our apartment, and now I'm going to look for a new apartment. We're going to Russia in like 2 weeks, and then after our vacation, like in a few months, we're going to come back here and we will need another apartment. We have a family of 4. I went out to look for a place yesterday and today I'm going again, and today I'm going to invite you to join me on this trip. Our budget is quite limited. This is around $700. In China, the system is based on 3-month payments. So it means that there's a first down payment, basically upfront 1 month payment, and then 2 more months. So that's a 3-month payment when you sign a contract. That's right. It's really, really hot in Shenzhen in summer. Today's June 22nd, and it's 30 plus degrees Celsius, super hot. So I'm gonna get some water first. All right, this one is empty. My phone. Let's get some water. 你好。
这么热也出去啊？
是的。
解锁手机透蓝环。
这个有冻的。
什么？
有冻的。
没什么必要，因为我现在不要喝，等一会儿他们都会暖，所以没什么必要。So we are going to change our apartment, not just because we are terribly unsatisfied with it, even though a little bit yes, we love our apartment and the landlord is really lovely. And the budget is $700 US. And first off, we are far from the city center and we don't care about that because we have no preference in the location. We've been living here for quite a long period of time, and now we're going to even more distant place. And the thing is that we are going to simply increase the area because now we have, well, based what it says in the contract, it says 61 square meter. And for us, for 2 adults, 1 child of 4.5 and 1 newborn, it's terribly not enough. We have super tiny apartment because it says, as I said, 61, but no way it is even close to 50 because it's just on the paper. I tried to measure it because it was just too suspicious because it looks no more than 40. And my calculations show that it's actually no more than, it doesn't exceed 38 square meters. And yeah, that's a funny fact about Chinese methodology of those apartment measurements. So yeah, that's an interesting fact. So yeah, we are now moving. We want to move just because we want to increase this number, pump it up to 60. And that would be okay, 60 or even maybe more, because a few options that I have already considered, they were like 75 and more square meters, which is, yeah, that's much more promising in this case. I was just departing from my complex, and that's basically it. That's what you could see because there was literally nothing inside. Small children's playground and no more than that. So I am expecting to see something more. For example, a water pool would be lovely, and I have already found one option. I'm going to show it to you today. And just a few more things, such as kindergarten, because now we are seriously considering this option to let our daughter, first one, to go to attend the kindergarten. That's very important right now. So that's in the list of our preferences. In China, when you're looking for an apartment and you're going to sign a contract, well, first off, everything is official, and I would say everything is centralized. What I mean by that, technically, these ladies and gentlemen that are going to walk you through those apartments, introduce you those complexes, etc., they are quite legitimate, and they. The information that comes from them, everything is based on what they have in their system. It means that you're going to get the same conditions. You're going to be treated, in the same way, just like the other Chinese people would do. And that's a very good thing. So what I'm saying here is that they're not going to cheat you. So this is an obvious advantage. because everything is in the system, and you see those offers, you see those apartments that they're showing you, and everything comes from the same centralized, source of information. It is not some personalized offer, which is a good thing. In fact, today, exactly the date when we are supposed to pay the rent, and I really wonder if our landlord is going to require, because a month ago we actually informed her that we are going to move out approximately on July 15th, and that's gonna basically happen in like 2.5 weeks, almost 3 weeks. And basically, just because she already has it, she owes our deposit, which is 2 months, so that's like $1,400 US. Basically, she's supposed to return it, but she's supposed to return it based on Chinese contract terms. She is obliged to do that only upon the termination of the contract, just because the time has come. We are fulfilling the contract terms, and it's the end of the year, and if everything is okay with the apartment, she's supposed to return the deposit. But now there are 2 more months, so it means that we're not leaving in August and September, and now we're moving earlier. And I have to say that all previous landlords, they didn't return. They didn't. With this one, we had pretty good relations, but we're going to see. Like, she never bothered us. Like, our apartment is absolutely perfect. It's maybe even better than it was before. So, we really care about hygiene and overall cleanness of the apartment, etc. So, let's find out together. You guys are going to find out very soon. Another problem for us is that we have to take all of our belongings, all of our things, and move them to my mother-in-law's. Basically, the problem, I said problem, not just because we have to pack up all these things, and which I have already prepared for, buying a few really big-sized bags, very good, tight, proper fabric, and strong fabric, and I think it's gonna be okay. But the thing is that we are going to move all these things to the old style Chinese apartment, where you have no elevator, and literally there's nothing there. Like, literally there's nothing there in terms of convenience. So everything will be lifted up, taken up to the apartment all on my own. I will move everything by myself, and that's gonna be quite challenging, especially in this heat. Right, so in our complex right now, I'm gonna put those things and put them down, transfer down to the parking. Minus 1, 2, 3 floors we have underground parking, and in my mother-in-law's place, there's nothing. So it's not just parking that is not convenient, but it's also the lack of basic convenience called lift, elevator. Yeah. Lots of people. Rivas, that's the metro station, by the way. A rent price tag in China here, especially in Shenzhen, right here, it varies, of course, from the place to place. And basically, comparing to what I have just described about my apartment, the apartment that we want, we have right now, for example, now we pay $700 per month plus $90 for the utilities. Yeah. Together with the internet. Depends, of course, on the location, just like, well, everywhere in the world. So this time our goal is, well, basically there are 2 ones. The first one is that we want to get away from the noise from these factories, because the last time when we were chasing our first goal to get away from the crowd, from huge complexes like 30-40 stories complexes, the ones I see right now, maybe even 50. Right, we were looking for something shorter. and we couldn't find one, but we couldn't find comparatively quiet place with only 2 buildings in the complex. And it worked out in terms of people, but it didn't work out in terms of the location, because the location is right at the industrial zone, next to the industrial zone, which means that this industrial noise from these factories, it just constantly bothered us. So annoying. And this time the goal is, number 1 is to get away from the noise from these factories. Number 2 is kindergarten, so there must be a kindergarten at the location. Well, and maybe number 3, again, not that tall building, so there wouldn't be too many residents. Okay, now just 35 minutes since my departure. I'm almost at my first location. So I was looking at this complex. Feels like comparatively quiet one, and as I mentioned earlier, not that tall. So yeah, but the person who was in charge, probably the realtor, whatever he is, he's not very active, so I just asked a few questions, the guard, and he said, yeah, there's a pool, and the pricing starts from, let's say it lies in between 600 and 750 range US dollars, 75 approximately square meters. So I was thinking maybe about this one, but this is too high. This is really high complex. I don't know if this one is going to be approachable in my case. Maybe I should ask. Okay, so there is a place, this one. Let me see, Leyuan. So just by looking at the pricing, we're looking at 3-bedroom, 2 bathroom and apartment, and that's exactly our budget, $700. You see, 4,500 yuan, basically, that's $700. And 4-bedroom, 2 bathroom apartment, that's gonna be like plus $150, so it's around 850. So yesterday I was also looking at this complex with these buildings, but they look too weary, even though there's a water pool inside as well, and there are lots of places for the kids right here downstairs. But again, this complex looks too weary, and I'm not going to choose, even though the price range lies perfectly, fits our budget perfectly. So yeah. Some of the buildings are kind of okay, but still too moldy, which is why I am going to consider the complex right next to it, this one. So now I'm getting closer to the main entrance, the gates, and yeah, that's the complex. You can estimate from what it looks like from the outside, basically. And that's just one of the buildings, comparatively new, around, around 20 years to be frank here, but still looks pretty good, right? And this castle-like towers, yeah, quite attractive. Right in front of it, I have almost forgotten, there is another very essential detail. Right behind these buildings, there's a park. And a park is a very important detail for us, parents with kids. So let's get inside, and right at the main gate we see a kindergarten, Yaoyuan in Chinese, and yeah, lots of small shops. And these are the buildings of this complex. There are gardens, as you can see. I suppose it's 3rd or 4th floor. In Chinese style would be like the 4th floor is always given for recreational area. So recreational activities. Right behind this kindergarten there is a water pool and different playgrounds. And it's pretty quiet place too. Not tall again. So a total yes for us. Kindergarten, perfect location. There's a park and quiet, not that crowded. There is a supermarket right behind this building, a big one. So we can get some groceries. Yeah, basically, what do you think? Let me know. And I'm gonna show you another plus where we can spend our mornings, for example, because we try to stay healthy lately, both me and my wife. And we try to run in the morning, and my wife has already started. I have been running for the last 3 months too. And there's a big square, just 200 meters straight to the right. And this is another plus. You just cross this intersection over there and you have arrived. Start your running, or just run here in the morning. That's also doable. So this is the main square that I talked about earlier. This is basically the central square of this district. The district is called Shajing, and the complex that I have just shown you is over there. You see the peak, the castle-like peak? That's the one. Yeah, now it's completely empty because it's super hot and it's the daytime, so nobody's going to go out except for me. Right outside this central square, there are lots of facilities for kids, and there's a running or walkway. So I think it's just a perfect location. Yeah, right. You probably have noticed. First off, we're going to look at some of these apartments right here. There's only one minus. The planes. Yes, they take off or land right here above these complexes. There it goes. Another plane. Yeah. So the planes are still flying here. Yes, nothing changed. Look at this beautiful river. All right, so the apartments here are not available, and even though I still don't feel like we want to rent here because of these airplanes constantly flying above our heads, but still I want to show you some of the apartments here. We are looking for a 2-bedroom apartment. It means, in Chinese understanding, it means there are 2 bedrooms, 1 guest room, and a small Chinese kitchen. Well, plus a bathroom, right? So take a look. Right now I'm showing you these apartments, the videos that the agent, well, technically the person from the management department sent. And yeah, basically that's the only apartments are now available. And we don't really need to rent now. So I told him that we need an apartment by the end of September, October, or even November. So let's just say October. And yeah, we're not in a hurry right now. And the environment here, the river, artificial, not artificial, doesn't matter. All these facilities, infrastructure, it looks beautiful, stunning. There's a highway entrance right here. So in terms of transportation, there's a subway line here. so it's all good. But the planes, well, the apartments are not available here now anyway. So yeah, for now, that's gotta be it. And we're going to look for more apartments when we come back here. Another plane. Can you hear that? Or the noise cancellation works stunningly beautiful.
天上的星星的好多的，太漂亮吧！我在这里出生的，不打算离开。这个地方世界上没有更好的。我的灵魂在这，我的父母在这。 心中的爱唱得自然的，我都不想离开。我的朋友都在我的中国，我爱，感谢你。